Well, what can I say? South Africa beat Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump and the Australians at rugby. Everybody's so excited at last, and I don't even want to look at the bad news. Although, again, I just must say, do you know, when I started these free speeches, it was actually sending a message to Trevor Noah. He just started in America and he was doing so well. And I just wanted to say to him, Trevor, we are so excited that you are flying the South African flag in the United States of America. And of course, today I went and did some shopping for Christmas, buying presents. And of course, books. I always believe that giving a book to a grandchild is a very important gift. And of course, Trevor's book is there, no? A very important story. And I bought it. And then, of course, I looked at some of the weekly newspapers. And of course, this newspaper, which I do occasionally look at, had an editorial about Trevor's attitude. Wag 'n bietjie, let me just quote this. I'm not quite sure what to make of it. This is what they talk about Trevor Manuel. Trevor Manuel. Near what? Nobody talks about him anymore. Trevor Noah. His recent commentary on race has been disconcerting. Doesn't know Trevor Noah, no? Noah continues to use South Africa as an example of racial harmony when our own experience has shown that the ways in which we have papered over the cracks has severely impeded justice. What Noah, and indeed others who promulgate this sort of approach to racism, fails to interrogate is how a culture of forgiveness and understanding can be maintained in the face of continued persecution. This is a few days before Reconciliation Day. I don't understand this. Noah's performances on The Daily Show have exposed his own shallow grasp of politics, society, and yes, South Africa. Well, I don't really have a criticism because, quite frankly, I've been watching that program whenever I can, especially in my kitchen in Lutuli House, and watching a mixture of politics and humor is actually not always very successful there because people either call it racism or counter-revolutionary. But I just can say Trevor has managed to, first of all, never lose himself and become an American. He is still a South African. He's not black, he's not white, he's Barack Obama beige. I just hope he doesn't become too orange to fit in with the new man in the White House. And I also read a column he wrote in the New York Times in which he said that comedy unites South Africa and comedy divides America. I suppose that's true, although again, personally, I must just say it's very difficult to be the butt of a comedian's jokes, you know, when some third-rate comedian keeps on impersonating you in the public domain. But then again, reconciliation means that you take a deep breath and you say, yes, it's your freedom of expression. Well, I hope that Trevor is not upset by this because really, truly, I think if anybody seems to understand a very, very deep grasp of politics, society, and South Africa, is a young man who, in the old South Africa, wasn't allowed into the places that I was allowed in because he was not white. He was not black either. He wasn't even Barack Obama beige. He was colored. All these terrible phrases that must be removed when we believe in reconciliation. So I hope Trevor does well. I hope everybody does well. I hope everybody is enjoying the beginning of the holidays. I hope everybody celebrates the fact that we can still kick a ball around. And of course, let us always just take inspiration from Desmond Tutu's guidebook to heaven. Love your enemy. It'll ruin his reputation.
Evita, Evita, and you know what we mean. Evita, Evita, always on the scene. Evita Bezuidenhout, Evita should be queen.